Okay, we're rolling. Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Magdalena. How you doing? Welcome back. If it's your first time here, hello. Subscribe and like to my channel if you're a groomer or a pet parent looking to learn stuff about dogs and grooming. Yeah, I'm a groomer, 7 years now. I'm gonna be 8 in August, which is really cool. And today I'm gonna be talking about 10 tools and products that I use in the salon daily that have helped me to become a better groomer, groom more efficiently, safer, and makes the dogs feel comfortable. So I'm gonna go over 10 things that I have been using on the daily in the salon, grooming dogs, that I think a lot of people and groomers can use to their benefit as well. So a lot of you may already know about the products that I'm going to be mentioning, but it never hurts to mention it again because some people may not know about them. I didn't know about a lot of these products until I started working here at Gina's Dirty Dog Salon. So I was grooming for about 4 years before I found out about any of these products. When I first started working in this industry, I didn't realize how big it was and how much of a community there was. So I didn't go out of my way to do my own research or anything like that. I only recently started doing that kind of stuff within the past year or two. So let's get started. So the first product I'm going to be showing you are these bad boys. These brushes are iconic in the grooming industry. If you are a groomer and you have some extra bucks to spend, or if you want to make an investment that will last you for a while, I highly suggest these brushes. These are called the Chris Christensen Big G and Big K brushes. These retail for about $60 each, $66 each, but these brushes are literally life-changing. The Big G brush is denser in pins, and the Big K has a little bit more sparseness to it and a little bit more flexibility than the coral one. The reason why I love these brushes and the reason why they do so well in this industry is because of how long these pins are. Check that out. These are incredibly long. So even if you are working on a thick coat and a long coat at that, it will get down to the skin, and the bristles are, it's down to a science, y'all. It is down to a science. The brush is so well thought out, and the wire gauge is made so that it will brush your dog's hair but still be flexible, and it won't tug and pull as much as the other ones. And you can see I'm just literally messing with it, and it's not really giving me any discomfort. So highly recommend these brushes. Usually I would use this one, the bigger one, if I'm working with more denser coats, because I feel like if I'm using the denser brush on a denser coat, it tugs on the hair more. Does that make sense? So I use a sparser one on a denser coat. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's just me personally. These brushes also make it so when you're brushing, it's ergonomically correct for you, so your hand fits around the handle well. You got your thumb right here in this little crevice, and the angle of the curve here is great for when you're brushing your dog. And these are really durable as long as you don't get them wet. I never use these in the tub room, only when I've been drying a dog. Only when I've been drying a dog for a period of time and I want to brush and blow dry at the same time. I would never use this brush in the bath or directly after the bath. You feel me? Because these are wood. This is wood. But they last a super long time. Ooh, these last, not when you do that, these last a super long time. We use these every single day in the salon, and we highly recommend it to our customers, because if you have a dog that you want to keep brushed out for the next 10, 15 years or so, this brush will last you a lifetime. And these brushes usually last us in here about a couple years, a handful of years. We can work these down to the ground and they'll be just fine. So if you're interested in that, you can get those at Cherrybrook, chrischristiansen.com. You can get them from a number of dog grooming retail sites like Chewy, blah, blah, blah. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so this is kind of like a 2-in-1 out of the 10, because these go together. And this is my Wahl Bravura lithium ion rechargeable 5-in-1 clipper, y'all. So you can adjust the blades here, and you can also go by the the height of the blade. And I love these because I can do my prep work just in one go with this. And then of course my nail clippers and my ear cleaner. But I can do my prep in one go with this. I can do my pads, my sanitary areas, my armpits, not mine, but the dog's, behind the ears, inside of the ears, any mats that you need to shave out on the belly or anywhere that, you know, doesn't need to be brushed out, that's a sensitive area. You can get all that with this one product. It is pricey. I think it sits at like $131, but it's awesome and I love it. And it's really great for when I'm grooming small dogs. Small dogs intimidate the crap out of me, like toy poodles, imperial shih tzus, tiny Yorkies, puppies even. This is great for puppies as well. And if your blade, as long as your blade is nice and oiled and has grease on the inside, when you grease it, it's kind of, so you're gonna wanna put grease in right here occasionally, and obviously clean out the hair in between dogs. But it's really great for small dogs because then you can use these little clip-on combs. These are gonna be the 5-in-1 stainless steel Wahl clip-on combs, 5-in-1 blades. I think these sit at about $35, I think. I wrote it down somewhere. $35 these run at, and they come from 5 all the way up to E, which is great. And again, if I'm working on a teeny tiny dog, I don't want to use giant clippers on a small dog because one, they're living in a giant's world, okay? We're practically giants to them. So this, I feel like, kind of keeps me calm and them calm at the same time because it's not as loud as these bad boys. Like, how loud is that compared to this? It's still buzzing, but it's definitely not as loud as that. So highly recommend this if you, like me, are intimidated by small dogs, puppies. It's also great for their comfort as well. And then I just use these 5-in-1s. As long as your blade is, again, oiled and greased properly, these will work great for you. I use them on mini poodles all the time, toy poodles. It's perfect, great. Highly recommend it, just saying. Also, yeah, guys. I guess the last thing I want to mention is time is money here. So when you can get all your stuff done, like your sanitary work and your prep work done all in one go with this bad boy, yes, like you'll get that done in like less than 5 minutes, because even though safety does come first with our animals, time is money, you guys. And dog grooming is still a service industry, so it does get crazy sometimes. So when you show up to your groomers and they look all disheveled, it's because we ain't got the time. We don't have the time. We're just running around, zipping around, trying to get dogs done safely, efficiently, quickly, because we got to make a living too. All right, so next up is what I just showed you guys is the Andis Pulse ZR2. This I got at a discount during the shutdown and the pandemic when it was at its peak. And I love these, okay? I love these so much because I spent, I don't know, like 5 years. No, I got these last year. So I spent 6 years messing with cords and untangling, tripping over dogs, pissing on them because we're cage free, and cleaning them and having to wrap the cord at the end of each day. And then this beauty right here has saved me so much time, effort, and hassle. And again, time is money, y'all. So this is really great. It works just as good as my other corded clippers. I think I had the Andis. It's like the pink one. It had pink on the sides and it's black, I think. Whichever. Anyway, this is just as good as my corded clippers, and I love these to death. You can purchase another battery if you don't have the battery charger at your station. I do have mine at my station. These run for like, each battery will run you 3 hours, and the charge takes about 2 hours for a full charge. I just pop mine back on when I'm done with my clipper work. I have a 30 on here right now. You can use other blades such as 40s if that's what you're into, 4s, 5s, 7s, 9s. You can use literally any blade used for dogs on here. But yeah, again, super crazy time saver for me. Easy to use, just like your regular ones, just like your regular corded ones. I highly recommend this investment. It will not drive you crazy, I promise you that. But this does retail at somewhere like $300. Again, I got this on a sale. So if you're looking to get a clipper like this, I would recommend signing up for email alerts for when they have a sale, whatever website you are purchasing your items from. I think I got this from Cherrybrook. Okay, now on to safety. Now on to safety products, because safety is numero uno with our dogs, because they're just like children. Okay, happy hoodies, y'all. So I know plenty of groomers use these things, and these things are great. If you are a groomer, if you're a new groomer, if you are watching this video because you are gonna be a groomer, you just applied for a bathing job, excited for you. These are great. These are awesome because blow dryers are super stinking loud. They are crazy loud. So these actually go over the dog's head and covers their ears for protection, because dogs hear at such a higher pitch than us. They hear so many more sounds at a louder volume. I guess that's technical, right? That's a technical term. They hear so much more than we do at a louder pitch than we do. So using this, and I've heard people, sometimes I'll do it too, is I'll leave the cotton balls in the ears after the bath and then pop this on with it for extra protection. Because you know when you're going like this, how much sound it blocks compared to this. So this way blocks more sound than just that way, right? That's what I think. That's what I'm experiencing now. So these are really cool. They come in black, pink, white. I know there's other brands that have created something else like this, but this one retracts back to its normal, it comes back to its normal size. I'm very technical here. Okay, anyway, these are great. They run about $6 to $10 each. Highly recommend. Keep your dogs calm and their ears protected from that crazy blow dryer while you're blow drying them. On to the next safety product. So I had to kind of search for these because I actually don't know the technical term for this. I do now, but these are called the panic strap or quick release. These are amazing, y'all. I'll show you a demonstration somewhere on the screen, maybe covering my face, but I'll show you a quick demonstration. But these are a lifesaver. Again, safety first, and accidents happen, but when we have dogs on our table and you know sometimes they're being kind of goofy, maybe it's their first time, maybe they just can't understand that there's an edge to the table and they keep wanting to slip off, and you're like, come on Theo, let's go. So these are amazing because we never ever want dogs to fall off our table. That's like not the worst thing that could happen, but you know, you don't want that to happen. You don't want anything to happen like that. Okay, so this, you don't want them hanging either. And sometimes if they fall on the other side of your hair, and if they fall on the other side of your table and you're standing on this side of the table, and now you gotta run around, especially if it's a giant dog, guys. If you got a golden retriever on your dog, Great Pyrenees, Bernese Mountain Dog, whatever you've got on your table, and you gotta walk all the way around to the other side while this dog is like, you know, hanging there by the neck. And if your table is close enough to the ground, or if you feel, and there's no dogs underneath them, or if you feel it is safer to release them from the table rather than making your way all the way around to them. Because sometimes when we see stuff like that, either people will rush to the scene right away, or they'll be so panicked they just stop. So these are amazing. So your quick release here will hook on to your hook or your loop on your table, and when you pull it right here, it just releases. It comes right off just like that, and then your dog is free. If the table is really high up and I've got a tiny dog on my table, I will not do that, because most of the time I can just reach over and grab him super quick. But if it's a giant dog, over like 70 pounds and you can't get to the other side of your table quick enough and you're assessing the situation in your head, release them. Release them. Because if you have a giant dog on your table, the chances are your table's not going to be that high up off the floor. And then this is another type of quick release. It just has this thing on here so you can just pull it off. And I'll show you a demonstration of that as well for both of them. Safety first, y'all. Like, accidents happen. We don't want dogs hanging off our table, but if they slip, if it's a puppy and they're kind of goofy, don't understand the concept of there's an edge to the table, these come in handy. I've definitely used these on, you know, big doofy Goldens, and they're like, oh my God, so excited to get groomed, and then they just slip. And these will never, also if your dog does come off the table or fall off the table or slip, these will not release unless you pull them. So you make that decision. Okay, next product. And I think every groomer has this, and it's called, these, by the way, they go for like 20 bucks. And again, you can search Panic Strap Quick Release. I think you can get them on, I don't know where you can get them. Chewy, I think, has them. My camera keeps cutting out and I'm like, did that record? Okay. Next up is the Groomers Helper. This is great. And this is a product that we do use in here, not quite often, because we know a lot of our dogs and not many of them are scared of grooming. We know them, or we have each other's help. So if someone's nervous for like nails, we just have someone either feed them treats or comfort them. But if you've got a real nasty dog on your table, or one that just can't, you know, focus and keep spinning, this is great. This is called a Groomers Helper. I know a lot of groomers know about this, but just, you know, to mention it, it's an awesome product. So this here tightens to your table right there. It'll tighten just like this, and it'll sit like this on your table. And let me do a little demonstration. So you got your quick release, and then you hook your noose, I guess grooming loop. I like to call it a grooming loop because noose is like choking, right? So attach and you've got your grooming loop here. So then you attach this hook. Let's say there's a dog's head in here, so it'll attach like this, like that, right? And then so if you got a dog that can't focus, you just tighten it. Or if you just wanna, you're just training them, I guess you wanna just kind of keep them focused in one direction on the table, because it doesn't help when they go spin. You can do this, just kind of loosen it a little bit, and they still have like that leeway, that kind of like, and then if they're being real obnoxious or biting, then you can tighten it as much as you want. And bam, 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 turkey and ham. I highly recommend this product if you are grooming by yourself, if you don't have extra hands to help you with dogs, or if you've got an aggressive dog. This definitely comes in handy. And I think you can get this just about anywhere, and this retails for like $150, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'll put everything in the description again. All right, and on to our, I guess, miscellaneous products. I didn't really know how to categorize these because I don't know. So what we're gonna talk about first is this little guy right here. This has quick stop in it. I didn't know about this product until recently, and it just holds your quick stop. I think I wrote it down here. It's called a MediStyp Holder, like styptic powder. MediStyp Holder by Top Performance. I think it's like $10. You just put your quick stop in there. If you quick a dog, it does happen. Let's get that straight. It does happen, just how your nail tech sometimes, you know, cuts a little too deep on the cuticle or what have you. It does happen. Accidents happen. The world's not ending. So if you quick a dog, before I had something like this, I would just have my tub of styptic powder, and I would stick my hand in it and then stick it on the dog's toe, and then there'd be styptic powder everywhere, all over my table, all over the dog's foot, and it would just be a mess. It would be a mess, and it'd be under my nails, and I'd get home and I'd be like, oh, that's still under there, because it hardens after a while. So this is great. So when you quick a dog, whatever that is, maybe, you just take the toe that you're working on, stick it on, and whatever toe you quicked, it'll just stick right on there. bam, you're done. That's it. Super easy. If you're working on a small dog, Gina taught me this. If you're working on a teeny tiny dog and you can't get this in between their toes or onto their toenail, you can actually take a Q-tip, scoop it out real quick, and then just stick it on there. And that's it. Highly recommend it. Yes. On to the next one is this stuff, guys. This stuff. This is the Chris Christensen Ice on Ice Ultra Dematting and Conditioning Spray, and we just discovered this stuff and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it because we use the regular Chris Christensen ice. The basic ice for, you know, regular brushing, or because you never want to brush dry coat because it'll work against you, especially if there's, you know, static electricity, which is never fun. So the regular ice is great too. But this stuff, if you've got matting on a dog, oh my God. If you've got matting on a dog and you're low on time and the dog is kind of fighting you for brushing, this stuff helps so much in every way possible. The dog won't fight you as much because you're not fighting with the tangles, because they come out so much easier with this product. I don't know what's in this, but this stuff is magical, okay? You just spray it on there real lightly, get your CC brush, get in there, and then it's gone. It's gone. I was amazed at how well this product worked. I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you got a lot of matted dogs that don't necessarily need to be shaved down, but you need a little bit of extra help. I highly recommend this product. And I think this is like, how much is this bad boy? $29? No, I didn't write it down. I'll put it in the description. Okay, and our last product, again, just recently found out about this one too. It's this stuff. Chris Christensen Peace and Kindness Spray. This stuff is amazing. I use it on myself sometimes when I cut myself at work, because it does happen. Because, again, safety first. I'll be like, let's say doing the tail. I'll grab the tail, and then by the end of it, and I'll put my hand there, and then I'll scissor whatever's I need to scissor, and I'll cut myself. Look, right there, that scar right there. Yeah, cut myself on that. Cut myself right there. So, ping, ping. This stuff is really great because it is colloidal silver, and we use it on hot spots. If we see minor fungal and yeast infections, ear infections, maybe some dander, there's a Peace and Kindness shampoo that we use for dry skin instead of the spray. But ear infections, yeast infections, fungal infections, little tiny nicks if you're doing clean feet, because that does happen. Hot spots if we see them. Sometimes if we're brushing or working on a dog, they got a wart, because dogs, as they get older, they get warty, and sometimes when you brush them, you don't see them, and then now you got an open wart. This stuff is really great. Just spray it on there. It helps because fungus and bacteria cannot live in the presence of silver. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I kind of knew that because if you have Lululemon leggings or clothing, their products are lined with silver. That's why when I personally wear Lululemon or what have you, and after like a hot yoga or being at the gym, I don't stink as much as I would if I were wearing like Nike or Adidas or whatever other brand you want to wear. I don't smell as much because of the silver, because it fights off the odor and the bacteria. So this stuff is really great and soothing to spray on dogs if you nick them. A minor nick, by the way, not like a full-blown cut, but a minor nick, fungal, yeast infections, blah, 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 whatever I just said, you just spray it on there. And it does say, you know, don't use it after a certain period of time, but I highly, highly recommend this one. And I think this is the 4-ounce bottle, and this retails, I think, at 20, and then the 8 ounce is like 29. But this is great. Sometimes we'll sell this to our customers too if their dog is known to get hot spots, like golden retrievers, like right in here. Recommend that. And bulldogs. Okay, and that's it. Okay guys, I hope this helped you out, and I hope you stick around for another video. Like and subscribe to my channel, comment on something you liked, something you didn't like, something you'd recommend that is a, I guess, knockoff brand that may be cheaper, save people some money. But I will say, if you invest in yourself and if in your business, your job, it will pay off. It will definitely pay off. These products have definitely paid off for me personally. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.